Oh, what's up, nerds and geeks? My name is OMG, WTF, LOL, FTW, BRB. Welcome back to more Total Extreme Wrestling 2013. We are playing as the WWE in the year 2015, and we are booking Friday night's SmackDown, nerds and geeks. But before we go ahead and run the show, I want to make some announcements as per usual. For one, I want to make the announcement that this, in fact, is the first show that Roddy Piper will be on the commentary table. He'll be joining Byron Saxton and Scott Stanford, so let's hope for a good commentary team and hopefully no negative chemistry to ruin the whole show. And two, although you may look down at the date there and notice it says March 26th, this will most likely be uploaded on Easter Sunday, so for those who celebrate Easter, happy Easter, everybody. And that's about it. Let's go ahead and run the show. I bet a lot of you were surprised to see, SmackDown so closely uploaded to Monday Night Raw. But either way, we're going to have 4 pre-show bouts. But before we say that, we are being held in front of 13,739 people in the California Staples Center. So our first pre-show bout sees Stardust take on Bobby Fish in a 62C. Fish was off his game, unfortunately. But we had some good action, not much weighing heat as per usual. Stardust defeating Fish with the beautiful disaster. No worker improvements. We then go on to a tag team match that does a 51D+. Now, before we go on and talk more about this, some of you may be wondering and thinking I thought I was I thought you were keeping them off TV. I am. This is the pre-show, so they're not going to be on TV. They are going to be off TV for a little while, but I also want to build up some momentum and eventually turn them face. I know, right? Kane and Big Show turning face. How crazy. Eventually turn Kane and Big Show face, but not have the turn go bad because I got to build it up apparently. But either way, a 51D+. Man, come on, Ascension. Some good action, but not much weighing heat. Kane and Big Show defeating the Ascension when Big Show defeated Connor with the knockout punch. Big Show did change his gimmick. He now has a giant gimmick, and he has a 98 on it, which is perfect. This doesn't make much sense. He was off his game tonight, but his performance stood out as being good. Interesting. Also, Scott Stanford and Byron Saxton have good chemistry, and Roddy Piper didn't have any negative chemistry, so there's that as well. Connor's improving in Rumble. So, what's the negatives here? Is it just the Ascension? Well, the odd heel-face combination too. They are still technically heels. We then go on to a 64C, another tag team match that had some good action, but not much weighing heat. Miz and Mizdow defeating the New Day, Kofi and Big E, when Miz defeated Kofi with the skull-crushing finale. Woods did some good work ringside, and Mizdow, of course, his face turn. 64 CM, that's a good grade. I'm happy with that. Miz is also improving in technical skills, so very satisfied with that as well. And then to end the pre-show, we have Dean Ambrose taking on Bad News Barrett in a 76 B-. Great action and average heat. Ambrose defeating Barrett with the headlock driver. Unfortunately, apparently, the announce quality wasn't up to the same standard as the match, so that's no good. Either way, let's move on to the start of SmackDown. Oh, wow! I did not think we'd get an 88B+ on this angle. Rusev has been very impressive, nerds and geeks. So Friday night SmackDown begins with Rusev making his way down to the ring. With a mic in hand, once in the ring, he says, "Stinger! Hey, Stinger! Money in the Bank is filling up, and there's only one more spot. Where is my shot you promised me?" And then he just, waits for a bit, and then he screams on the mic, "Stinger!" Just angry as hell, demanding an answer. We then hear the crow sound. Lights go off. Crow sounds once again. Lights come back on, and there's Sting at the top of the entranceway, and he's like, Rusev, I hear you. Please stop screaming in the microphone." You're right. There are 5 people officially in the Money in the Bank ladder match, and only 1 spot left, but don't worry, you're gonna get your shot. I just wanted to make you sweat a little bit. But in fact, I was saving the best match for last, because tonight in our main event, We'll find out our final entrant in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Yeah, we'll find out our final entrant, because tonight it'll be Rusev versus the WWE United States Champion, John Cena. And then Sting makes his way to the back while Rusev just looks all angry. So this did really good. Lana helping Rusev. And Rusev is also developing better in performance skills. So Rusev making improvements. Very satisfied with this angle here. The announcers put over that later on tonight, we will see Rusev take on John Cena for the final spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match. And also tonight, we will also see Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, and Eric Rowan of the Wyatt family take on Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan, and Dolph Ziggler in six-man tag team action. We then go to a 54C-. Neville making his way down to the ring, but he's not his normal happy self, you know, embracing the fans and everything. He looks angry tonight. He doesn't really sell it, you know, take his time, you know, doing his whole entrance. He goes for like a, you know, beeline right to the ring, takes the mic, and he goes, Sheamus, Barrett, Monday night you two cost me an opportunity to beat John Cena for the United States Championship. So tonight, I'm looking for some revenge. And I don't care which one of you come down here, but I'm issuing a challenge to either one of you. So Sheamus, Barrett, get out here and fight me. After waiting for a little bit, of course, or a little while, the music of Sheamus hits, and out comes Sheamus, BNB with him, of course. Both are laughing. Sheamus then takes the mic, and he said, the mic, not the bike, takes the mic. He says, you got to be kidding me. You can't be serious. All right, you little hobbit. You want to fight? I'll fight you. And then that sets up for our opening match of the night. 54C-, not too bad, especially since it says Neville performed poorly. So I'm not too bad with that. And hopefully we'll see some worker improvements. But Sheamus did stand out as being good as well. No worker improvements. How sad. So we go on to our match, which does a 66C+, the first time these two have fought each other. So not a too bad of a match. Unfortunately, apparently there was a definite lack of psychology, so that sucks. But in a match that had some good action, but not much weighing heat, Sheamus defeating Neville with the Celtic Cross, excuse me. We also had a little bit of interference from Bad News Barrett. So I'd imagine Neville possibly at the top of the, you know, getting ready for the, what's it called, the red arrow, and then Barrett kind of like pushing him off, which leads to, I was hoping kind of for a brogue kick, but we got the Celtic Cross, so we'll just stick with that, I guess. Neville is improving in technical, though, so there is that. And then the beatdown starts with Sheamus and Bad News Barrett beating down on Neville. But out comes John Cena to make the save, saving Neville from further damage from the two Brits. Or not two Brits, excuse me. The Irishman and the Brit. Neville's British, that's why I said that. Just want to make that clear. Cena then takes the mic to get us a 79B rating. Very satisfied with that. After making the save, he says, hey, Jackass 1 and Jackass 2, I'm getting real tired of you two. If you two aren't at each other's throats, then you're working together costing people opportunities. So here's an announcement. Despite whether or not if I beat Rusev tonight and go on to be in the Money in the Bank ladder match, I will defend my title against the both of you at Money in the Bank, no matter what happens tonight. But this is both of yours last chance. Once I beat you at Money in the Bank, don't come crying and begging for another shot. He then just tosses the title, or not the title down, the microphone down, and then, you know, his music hits, and it's like, oh, and it's official. At Money in the Bank, John Cena announces, where is Money in the Bank? That he will defend his WWE United States Championship against Bad News Barrett and Sheamus. I have no idea whose voice that is I'm doing. There we go. The United States title set up, and Cena even stating that it doesn't matter if he beats Rusev tonight. He'll pull double duty. So Cena came across well, Barrett underperforming as per usual, no skill improvements, still satisfying with the angle. We then go into an 83B+, very satisfied with that, just a basic angle with Rollins psyching up Rusev for his Money in the Bank ladder match tonight, pretty much saying, we need you in this, man. We don't have any authority representatives in this title match. We need you. Oh, this is the Raw Rewind. I was like, what the hell is this? This is the Raw Rewind, right? Road Agent Notes is... Well, yeah, that's what it's called, right there. So the Raw Recap, it's just pretty much recapping the tag team title match and the, you know, the kick out of Big Show and Kane. I wonder where all the pictures are. 62C, not too bad. We then see Miz is coming down to do color commentary. Or, you know, it's announced that, hey, and we're being joined by Miz here, and he's just being his snobby self, 58C minus. And we have our match, which is a six-person match, not six-person match, not six-man person. A six-person match with the Authority, or the Upper Cat, Cesaro, Kid, and Natalya teaming up to take on Victoria and the Primetime Players. Get the hell out of here. That was weird. Wanted me to change my color scheme. Did I click on anything? We have a 62C, not too bad for a match here at all. I'm actually very satisfied with that. So we had some good action, but not much weight and heat. Victoria and the Primetime Players defeating the Authority when Victoria rolled Natalya up for just a quick cradle to get the win. And Cesaro's improving in technical as well. So, not a bad match. I actually really like the idea of this match, believe it or not. It's just an interesting match to me. It just lines up perfectly, I feel. That's all I can say. I don't know why I like it so much. We then come back from commercial break to a 66C+ with Bray Wyatt appearing on the screen before the match. The entire Wyatt family behind him. He says, well, tonight, I guess we will find out who will be the last soul to join us in this upcoming war. But that's a whiles away. Let's talk about tonight. Tonight's a different war. A war between you and I, Roman. A war that was supposed to stay between you and I. But I knew eventually you'd have some heroes come to your aid. What the hell? Get out of here. Freaking A. What's with this color screen shit? That's going to piss me off. If it does it again, I'm going to like click on it real quick and just say, yes, I'll stick with this. Where was I? Heroes will come to your aid. I just hope their souls don't weigh on your heart too much, Roman. I hope they don't weigh when I take them away from you. You know, I had planned on taking the battlefield tonight. But instead, I leave you with my monsters. And the newest member of my family, Leo Kruger. Better known as the Sadistic One. A name Abigail came up with herself. It's honestly an art, what Leo can do. He certainly lives up to his name. We're here. And then the music starts hitting as Bray and company make their way to the ring. Eric Rowan is learning to show more charisma. That's pretty awesome. All right, yes. Keep color screen. Jesus, man. That is annoying. I hate when they do that shit. Take a hint. Fucking bullshit. Woo, that set me off. We go on to our six-man tag match, which gets a 75B-. I'm very satisfied with that, especially since it was Leo Kruger in there. And the match had some good action and average heat, but let's be honest here, it had a lot of other factors in here too. And the match had some good action and average heat. Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan, and Dolph Ziggler defeating the Wyatt family when Reigns defeated Eric Rowan with the Superman Punch. So Bray did some good work ringside, Kruger and Bray with the chemistry, Stanford and Saxton with the chemistry. Bryan came out looking good. And then Roman's improving in Rumble and Dolph's improving in performance. That's it. I'd expect a little bit more from that. So let's see out of negatives here. Actually, let's look at some positives. Leo Kruger got bonus. Look at him. A lot of bonus for him. A lot of bonuses indeed. Roman and his poor gimmick, my fault. Eric Rowan is like the only guy who could not go all out. Well, still, this was a good match. Good SmackDown so far, to be honest. And then I guess I didn't put anything in between these. Wow. All right, whatever. That's cool. Let's just roll with it. Coming back from commercial break, we come on to our next match. Wait, what the freak? And don't show this message again. Oh, my Lord. I think I accidentally forgot to move the John Cena walking to the ring angle. I'm not going to go back for that angle, but that's embarrassing. Ah, that sucks. So we have a 75B- here, and a bout that featured great action and great heat from the audience. Rusev defeats John Cena in 16 minutes and 13 seconds by pinfall with a super kick after a distraction from Sheamus and Bad News Barrett. So Bad News Barrett and Sheamus also coming out and, you know, kind of getting a little bit of another upper hand on Cena. You know, you're gonna poke your nose in our business. We're gonna poke our nose in your business. Rusev getting the win over a huge rival of his, and that confirms that at Money in the Bank, it'll be, as soon as I find it, a 6-way ladder match between Dolph Ziggler, Bray Wyatt, Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, and Rusev. The Money in the Bank ladder match 2016. Or 15, not 16. Not 21. Whatever. There you go. Money in the Bank ladder match 2015 has officially been booked. Rusev was off his game tonight, though. Come on, Ru. He's improving in Rumble, though, so there's that. And here's the angle of John Cena walking to the ring. Yay! But let's ignore that that was even there. We then go to Rusev celebrating, and then the music of Randy Orton hits, and he makes his return, nerds and geeks, as he makes his way to the ring, and him and Rusev just begin brawling back and forth. Rusev, you know, retreats, but Orton follows him through the crowd, and they're going back and forth through the crowd and all that. And I'd imagine, you know, some big angle or some big thing would happen, but I didn't really think of anything, so I just imagined them brawling in the crowd, and then eventually Rusev probably getting away, or, you know, the fans are just chanting Orton's name or something like that. 84 B+ to end off this show, and SmackDown does an 80 B, increasing our popularity in 23 regions. I think that did better than Raw. That's SmackDown. Good show. We got to treat SmackDown like an A show since it is an A show now, but Rusev, that was kind of Rusev's test there, nerds and geeks. I wanted to see if Rusev could handle the show. And I mean, yeah, I had John Cena too, but Rusev really impressed me in that show, despite the fact that he was slightly off his game. But what can you do? Except look at this random profile of Blaster McMassive. Where the hell is he from? Doesn't say in his description. So apparently, the Dragon Gate Masters Tour show on Tuesday is taking quite a long time, so wasn't anticipating this, nerds and geeks. That was a good SmackDown, though. Rusev did impress me. Like I was saying, it was his test. Wanted to see if Rusev, he's actually really popular now. I think he's actually more popular than Seth Rollins at the moment. So I'm not really, you know, surprised, because he is super popular, and that's how, you know, WWE is judged by, mostly on popularity. So look at all these people. Oh, great. All of them are like, hey, I want to be on a show. Son of a bisque. So who do we have? Sin Cara, are you mad that you were off show? Probably, yeah, he is. Swagger, Fandango, Henry, Goldust. Oh no. Well, I'm glad I saw that. So let's negotiate. Deo and Tommy. Let's see, we'll do 45. Ric Flair will be leaving the company tomorrow. Even if I wanted to resign... Get out of here. Even if I wanted to, I can no longer negotiate with him. We've already done this. So let's go ahead and look at our storylines real quick. Jeez, Cena and Barrett's doing... or Cena and company, I should say, is doing really good. Where's Money in the Bank at? There it is. Not too bad. Got a lot of good angles going on here. This one just gets worse and worse because it has no heat since nothing's happening to it. Out of curiosity, I want to see where that SmackDown placed. That's not really... It was an 80B, so it's right here pretty much, I would think. Yeah, no other SmackDown was an 80B. That is a good rating for a SmackDown. That was a really good show. Any matches from there? I don't think so. There was nothing really impressive. It was mostly all the angles. Either way, that was a good show, and I'm satisfied with it. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, do me a favor, leave me a comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't done already. And as always, my name's been OMG WTF LOL FTWBRB, and I'll see you guys for NXT. So until then, have a good day.